Hello, how you doing? I have built quite a few videos today. Not altogether certain that they're going to stay on YouTube or anything, but not too bad. Old Cowboy Jim, oh my goodness, what a joy to sit in front of you and just imagine. You may be able to turn this off, but short term, short term, I'll keep on talking. Is what I'm suggesting. Day before yesterday, I had to go to the city. Now, where I come from, that means going into Calgary, but that was not an option because I'm at Fort Mac. And so I drove into the city. 5 hours. And then by the time I found my way around town, might as well call it another hour. And I kept phoning the motel to ask directions. Well, they never once answered. So I really didn't feel that I'd been irritating anyone, because quite frankly, it seemed to me like they were just ignoring me. And I figured if I kind of headed straight south into the city and went to the first whatever, I would like to have gone to Burger Baron. I'm telling you, they have the best burgers in the world. The best. Went to another place, a larger chain, and I got out of my truck and I had my hat on. I'm cleaning my hat right now as we speak, and I probably won't be able to wear it till tomorrow until it dries out and gets hard again. It's been flopping all over the place, just terrible. And not good when you can't even see past the brim of your hat because it's hanging down by your nose. But anyways, I got out of the truck and I headed across the parking lot to this golden whatever. And two men were standing there, and as I kind of approached, and they were talking away pretty good, and I said, "Sirs," I said, "would you allow me to impose on you?" And they said, "What?" I said, "Perhaps I could ask you a question to do with directions." They said, "No." I thought, you're kidding. I said, "Welcome to Canada." I said, "I hope you like it here." Not all people have their persuasion, whether religious or political or whatever. They're not all like that. I hit too. Boy, I'll tell you, they sure had to have a lot on the go. Standing there talking to each other when they couldn't even. Well, I'm surprised they didn't show me where to go, or tell me, at least. But anyways, I thought, well, I'll just keep on looking, bound to be someone who might help old rancher. So I walked around, and I thought, well, I might as well just order a burger. And so I went in the front doors, and I went back to and I put my stupid mask on, and I went back, and the little guy on the order desk, he says, did you talk to anyone outside? And I said, well, I tried to, but those two guys said, he said, no. He said, did you talk to anyone else? I said, why? He said, well, did anyone ask to see your proof of vaccination? I said, you're kidding. He said, no. I said, I'm not getting vaccinated. This is a free country. I haven't been sick. Well, I haven't really been sick, I think, in about 53 years, maybe more. Oh, gee, could be 60. I think the last time I was sick, it was measles, mumps. It had a little to do with a beaver out in the mountains that just kind of didn't go over really good. But I don't think of that as being sick, but I perhaps it was. It wasn't fun, but sick, I'm not sure. I said, are you telling me that I can't order a hamburger because I haven't had some stupid vaccination? And I mean, it might be a perfectly good thing to be vaccinated. I don't know. I know my ancestors fought in the war, several wars. Well, we're Irish, we fought in every war, even if we weren't at war. I mean, gee whiz, you want a couple of months of entertainment, go and try to shoot somebody. Oh, my goodness. And he said, you can order a hamburger. I said, thank you. He said, you cannot eat it in this restaurant. I said, like, I can walk into the golden things. I can order my hamburger. He said, by the way, do you want a full meal deal? I said, no, I just want the stupid hamburger. I'm pretty sure it was like $4.34. Well, that same burger up here in Fort Mac's like $9 something. It's unbelievable. Same burger. Flight north must have taken a lot of fuel. And so the kid, he says, I'll get you your burger. Stand back. I thought, you want me to stand back, son? Because you talk to me like that, things are going to go south. I may not know what direction it is due to the fact that I can't see the mountains, but son, you're going south real quick, Lee. And anyways, there was a little girl there, and she said, I sure like your hat. And I said, thank you. It's kind of a joke. Stampede, I usually sell my hat, usually for twice as much as a new one. The reason for that is the artful and tasteful way in which I age the hat, which means wind blows hard enough and I forget to put my strap around it's actually a lace around my neck, and the hat blows off, and it can go a long way before it stops. But it adds character. And go figure. And anyways, little girl, she says something else. I said, little girl, I said, I don't really know how to run my phone that well. I said, I punched, well, I actually didn't. I had gotten a couple of emails from a motel, and I mean, so they're on one side of the phone, and I opened the map thing up, and I went to push the button. Technology is a wonderful thing. The name of the motel, the phone number, and its fundamental location all came up on my phone. I didn't do a thing, which is very good because I didn't know what to do. And but it would show where the stupid place was, and it was way like that's a rancher needs to stay in the center of the city. Like, what is wrong with, on a deserted road, like where you might have a hope of finding the place. So I asked, I got the Hamburg from the Twit and wished him the very best, reasonably sincerely. Took a lot of effort. And I said, baby girl, I said, could you kind of point me in the right direction? I said, this is the place. I mean, I didn't even have to spell it. I was trying to remember the name. I think the phone stole. Perhaps that's why I forget things. No idea how that happens. I mean, I'd phoned that motel 3-4 times. Never did get a single person. Didn't even get a computer. Didn't get anything. I mean, not a thing. And perhaps that's how the techno junk works. I don't have a clue. Little girl, she said, well, I think I could try to figure this out for you. She said, here, let me push this button. I mean, she saw the name of the motel, so it was not like scary stuff. And it came right up. I said, I am catching on to technology. I'm not necessarily catching on. I'm trying to catch up. And I said, you couldn't text that to me. She said, of course. I said, really? She says, yes. I'll just take, it's quite a way, she said. I'll just take 5 or 6 pictures. And she took a picture and then another picture and another picture. And I mean, if you slid them on the camera fairly quickly, left to right, it looked like an old-fashioned film. And I knew exactly where to go. Ooh, I didn't really know how to get there. And so I talked to her about that. She was so pleasant. And I was thinking, okay, so everyone has a choice, eh? I mean, you can be pleasant. Hey, look at me. I try to be pleasant. I don't know. I walked up to those guys outside. I mean, I have met some good people who, good people. I don't care what religion people are. I don't care. I could care less. Doesn't matter to me at all. But if someone needs a hand, we'll give them a hand. I mean, no, I can't help you right now because we're talking. Kind of heard what they were talking about. I had no idea that they could talk like that, but nonetheless, whatever, who cares? That little girl. I said, hey lady, you have no idea. Called me Cowboy Jim. I'll never be the same. And I said, so on YouTube, I have a little thing called Cowboy Jim. She says, do you have anything on there about cows? And I said, well, actually, I do. I've one. It's called My Heifers, which are female cows that have not yet been bred, and of course had a calf. They then become cows. I said, pretty good one on there you can watch. I said, I have one about my 18-year-old son who had kind of he had a miraculous healing, I'm telling you. Less than 24 hours, he went from a broken neck, fractured, crushed skull, to getting up at 12 noon. That happened. Took him to Calgary, everything. I mean, the doctors had phoned and said, Jim, if you want to see your boy before he passes, you come. My ex and I, we got there in a hurry. The next day, my son got up and walked out of the hospital. He come out of a coma. And he got up and went to the washroom. Then started to get dressed. I don't know why they didn't have... I don't think they had intravenous in him. I don't know that they even thought he was going to live. I don't know. He was unconscious, so he wasn't whining, complaining. I mean, evidently no pain. They say no pain, no gain. Well, morning, his little girlfriend was there, and he got up, used the washroom. They decided that they had to go someplace to eat, so they left the hospital. Neck healed overnight. Crushed skull, no longer crushed, not sponged like it had been. Inexplicable. Anyways, little girl and I, we had a good... I told her, watch that one. I said, I have another one. I said, that boy's name is Scott. Well, he's not a boy anymore. And I said, his brother, he got lost in the mountains in cougar country. And I wasn't tending to him, okay? I was resting. Another adult, he was taking care of my son. And I followed that boy down through the mountain valley, between two real mountain ranges. And I mean, I was hot on his trail for a few hours, and I don't know, 2.5, I don't really know. And I walked out into a clearing. I think it's 2.5, 3 hours from when Joe got lost. He was 7, 8, or 9. Good kid. I walked out into the cut line, or onto that clearing, at the same exact second that my little boy walked in from the other side. Stuff like that doesn't happen. But I'm telling you, it happens. Because that's what my father's like. Anyways, little girl assured me she was going to look and all that sort of stuff. And I thanked her, and I headed in the general southerly direction downtown, which actually is not that hard, as long as you can see the high rises and there are no buildings getting in the way. And I followed their directions. They were wonderful, and ended up spending the night in the hotel, motel, whatever, and doing a little doctoring on my hand the next day, and so on and so on, and headed north. And my old truck, a friend of mine, true friend, he fixed my old Dodge, and that old girl, she's just a purring. I'm telling you, I was pretty impressed. And what I wanted to do, it sounds rather crazy. I just wanted to thank that little girl. I did not get her name. And McDonald's. north end Edmonton. And she helped this old rancher find his way. And I thought, you know, 14, 15, I don't think she was 16. Girl child, go to the way to help a stranger. And other people, they don't care at all. And I mean, those two guys outside, they didn't care whatsoever. And the little guy, do you have your passport with you? Well, actually, the joke was it was in my coat pocket in the truck. But it's a Canadian passport. It's not some stupid, terrible disease that's going to perhaps kill you. I mean, it's happened. People die. But so many other people don't. And I think of what my ancestors fought for. It's called freedom. And they fought, well, they fought for that freedom. Some gave their lives for that freedom. My Uncle L. My third name is E.L. It's spelled E-L-M-E-R. Jeez. My Uncle L, he did not do the Elmer part. I'm telling you. I only ever wrote an E down as an initial. But there's a beautiful ring to that sound of that name, L. It's not an A. It's not an I. That'd be L. L. E-L. Anyways, I got all my stuff done. And I just wanted to thank that little baby girl. She said she'd check out Cowboy Jim's YouTube stuff. I believe her. The reason that I mentioned her is because I remembered her. Well, the reason I mentioned the little twit and all the hoops that you have to jump through in order to eat a hamburger, but you can walk into the building, stand there, have the hamburger made, and walk out of the building, that's okay. But don't you eat it. Not unless you have a medical passport. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't understand. Except, do you think that any power will ever be returned to you? Will your freedom of choice ever be returned to you in the future? Do you think when you give something up, it does not often come back? Whatever it is. So, anyways, I'm gonna put this on YouTube, but it's for that memorable, wonderful little baby girl that helped, shall we say, a somewhat of a mature looking old rancher. And it is my most sincere prayer that God will protect that baby girl, help her to grow strong and smart. And I just think it's special when someone can look around and see a need and touch a heart. That's what I do. But the only thing I do. And I don't care color. I don't care religious belief system. I don't care male, female. It's sure a lot easier to help a lady than a guy. That's just the way I am, I guess. But I wish you all the best. So here, the way I always close things up, it's very simple. I'm going to do it pretty quickly. You're going to live until you die. Make good use of your life. Make it count for something. Second, if you can't follow the Lord's directions, guidance, you're sure going to get off the trail. Third, don't children say the strangest things? They do. You almost said y'all. So I'll just say it. Y'all know that my pet peeve in life is I am anti-abuse. I am anti-abuse. I honor, respect women. That's the way I was taught. Last one, Solomon speaking to his son. He said, and I'm going to paraphrase a little as I do, eat, drink, and be merry. Know this, you're going to die and meet the Lord. That's the way it is. Should you worry about COVID? Use common sense. Worry. Be afraid of. What? Afraid to live? Afraid to reach out and touch? To care? Not likely. Not likely. I remember that guy down in the States, wonderful gentleman, a little short doctor, and he was, people were asking him about, COVID, how, whatever. And he said, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Always social distance, and always wear a mask, and always be careful. But one of the reporters said, well, on the dating site that he enjoyed, quite often, hey, I don't know about this. I've only been with 3 women in my entire life. I'm sure looking forward to the fourth. I tell you. Because for a man and a woman to truly be in love with each other, enjoying their hearts, their minds, their soul, their spirits, that's pretty cool. Anything else, it's a waste of breath. And this little doctor was asked, on a dating site, how do we handle that now? He said, oh, don't worry. He said, it's only one person, and you're only going to bed with him for a while, so it'll probably be all right. Well, yeah, probably. Hey, who knows? I sure don't know much. Anyways, give up whatever you give up. It's very rarely that it ever come back. I want for Canada to succeed. I want for people to live. I want for those broken-hearted friends. I have a good friend back in Toronto, and he lost his lady to COVID, and it was COVID. Heartbreaking. Try living as best you can with the potential hurts that are there. We don't want to hide Hiding's not good. It's not good. So, anyways, God bless. You have a good night. And you may not have gotten as much pleasure out of this as I hope that little girl in McDonald's that helped this old man find his way down through the city in order to get to my medical stuff and all that sort. And little girl, God bless you. Eh? God bless you. God bless. Good night.